It's Vegas, baby. We're on day 5, wandering down. This is floor 20 of the North Tower. This is where I've been staying. And we're playing in the blue ribbon pairs. Now, as anyone will know in American events, 3-day pairs events that are unlimited at the top end are tough. So, goal number 1 is to look at the view, Whoa. Goal number 1 is just to make it through the first day. Nice carryover is good, it makes making through the second day a bit easier, but last year I didn't make the final day of the blue ribbons, playing with Gizzy. So it'd be nice to get there this year. And I'm playing with Andy's dad today, so we've not played together before. We had a 10-minute system chat over dinner last night, so I think I'm going to write a system card out, and then when I get to things we haven't talked about, I will catch him when he arrives and we'll talk about them then. But he obviously plays with Andy, so there will be some similarities there in terms of the general New Zealand style, I think, that I'm sort of used to, and we'll just take it easy. I won't make bids that might be misconstrued, so like doubles that require agreements I'm going to avoid if we haven't got those agreements, and I'm going to tone down on my preempts, I think, because obviously they are a bit wild sometimes when and if my partner's not expecting it, it can break confidence a bit. If your partner does something wild and you think they're being reckless and you don't know why they're doing it, it can cause you to, lose faith in their future bids. So we don't want that. That's just a great view. Just look at it. Oh. Yeah, so waiting for the elevator, and this is a slow time of the day where the elevators take ages, so if I'm waiting anymore I'm going to take the other route to the elevators and avoid going down the 46 flights of stairs out to do one day. Oh, here we go. Right, here we go. See you soon. We've got off to a mixed start. I think we've had a couple of bads, a couple of goods, so I think we're teetering on about average. You pick up this hand, King Jack X, stiff, Ace King Jack 10 to 7, King X, and partner opens a club. Okay, well, you've got a good hand now. And on your right, the overcall 1 spade. Okay, so you bid a forcing 2 diamonds, and your left-hand opponent bids 2 spades. Your partner bids 3 diamonds. What do you do? Well, when partner's got diamonds aboard and they've bid and raised spades, if partner has a singleton spade, you're very close to making 6 as long as you're not off 2 aces. And even if partner's got 2 spades, which is possible because they could have a 5-3 fit, the spade finesse is likely to be right, and you can ruff the other spade in dummy. So as long as the ace of spades is on side, if your partner has the other 2 aces, you're pretty comfortable in 6, pretty comfortable. And Steve and I haven't got any scientific ways of doing this. I could bid 3 spades, but then I lose the chance to play no trumps. So I could bid key card. Now, the only problem with key card is if partner shows 1, you're in 5 diamonds, not 3N. So it's a bit of a gamble as to what you do here. I say a bit of a gamble. You've sort of got to investigate slam. And this is where you potentially want, like minor would, or some sort of slam asking bid, where you can stay and you can maybe try and play in 4N or something. But even if you start queuing and partner queues 4 hearts, you've sort of got to bid for your key card anyway or something, because if they haven't got the ace of clubs, well, sure, you're in 5 diamonds, you're going to get a bad board because there's going to be enough people who just bid 3N. Maybe partner's found a light raise to 3 diamonds, for example, and maybe 3N's where most of the people get played. So if partner hasn't got a 3 diamond bid, and I've seen Steve raise on some questionable hands in only 6 boards. So I bid key card, and partner shows 2 and the queen. Ooh, now you're playing match points. So the question is now, partner's got 2 aces and the queen of diamonds. Do you want to be in 6N? Now you do seem to have, the second spade stop isn't that relevant, okay? The first spade, the spade stop is what you want, and sometimes you might want to be in 6N to protect the king of spades, but whatever slam you bid, you're protecting the king of spades anyway. How many tricks have you got that you know of opposite your partner's bid? Well, you've got ace, king of... Well, let's assume that partner's aces aren't the ace of spades. You've got ace, king of clubs, ace of hearts. That's 3. You've got maybe a spade. That's 4. And then you've got 7 diamonds. You've only got 11 tricks. So what you're going to need is either partner to have 2 spades for 6N. Now, the danger of bidding 6N, when partner's only got 1 spade, you don't have the extra chance of both ace, queen of spades on side. And then you might be on a finesse through hearts or clubs. I mean, 6 diamonds has got to be a lot safer, because you might be you're just roughing a spade in partner's hand gets you 12 tricks. You don't need any finesses. And 6 diamonds, if partner's got a void spade, you might even make 7 or something. So 6N isn't cold. And if I was playing BAM, I think I'd just bid it. But playing match points, sometimes just bidding a slam is going to get you an above average board, because there's going to be enough people in the field not bidding it. So I don't know. I think 6N is a reasonable shot. I think there's going to be enough of the time 6N is going to make. The partner's nearly always just going to have a weak no trump with queen third diamond, I think. Sort of. So 6N's bad when he's got a stiff spade. I don't know how we can tell. And they have bid and raise, and I've got a big hand, so maybe spades are 5-4 or 6-3, I don't know. I went the low road. I bid the safe 6 diamonds. And I think there's enough people in the field who'll bid 6 diamonds that it won't be a bad board. And my count's 15. My partner's got a weak no trump. There may be some people not bidding slam, I think, as well, just in a pairs field. So it should be fine. But if I bid 6, then you can see here with ace queen of spades on the side and partner having the king of hearts, there are loads of ways to make 12 tricks. I think on a spade lead to the ace, you've just got 12 anyway, haven't you? Because partner's got the king of hearts. So maybe I've been a bit of a wimp. I think I possibly have been a bit of a wimp the more I think about it. And I just bid a safe 6 diamonds. So if that doesn't score well, that's on me. But all right, so far so good. So this is your hand, and you're defending 3N. You've got queen third. What a great hand, eh? 4 small, 3 to the 10, 3 small. And the bidding has gone. You pass throughout, surprisingly. The bidding has gone 1 club on your right, so you can see dummy here has opened a club. You pass. The next hand bid a heart. Your partner bid a spade. Dummy bids 2 clubs, and then the hand on your left bids 3N. So your partner's got at least 5 spades, and he's got more points than you have, and you're defending 3N. Now, you really want him to lead a spade, but he doesn't, because you haven't raised, and there's a reason you haven't raised. We're vulnerable, and we don't want him to go too far and go for 500. So partner leads a small diamond, and you can see dummy. So you discourage diamonds at trick 1. So I played the 5 from 10-5 small, and they declare a wins. And at trick 2, they play a heart, so I give false count in hearts, because I don't think my hand matters too much. My partner's going to know I've got nothing, and I'm just trying to hide the fact that whatever partner's hearts are dropping. So this goes, the 9 of hearts gets run from dummy at trick 2, so I play false count, I show an odd number, and this goes small, small, queen. So partner wins the queen. So partner might have ace queen tight, partner might have king queen tight, partner might have king queen X, so we don't know how many hearts declarer's got, but you're pretty sure when they play hearts at trick 2 that the clubs are probably running. Declarer's probably got the queen of clubs. So it's dropping if partner's got it anyway. So at trick 3, partner plays ace and another diamond, and it turns out that partner had 5 diamonds. He played ace and then the 2, so you know partner's led from a 5-card suit, so you almost know the whole hand now. And declarer wins with the jack of diamonds. Now, if I had the jack of diamonds, he could get quite a few off here, but maybe. And so declarer wins the jack of diamonds, and then starts running clubs. So what do you do? Well, when he starts running clubs, partner turns up with 1 club only. So he goes club, club, and then partner discards a winning diamond or a small spade. I can't remember what partner's first discard was. I think it might have been a small spade. And partner's going to have to find 5 discards here. So what is partner's hand? Well, partner must be 5-2-5-1, and you know that. So declarer, if partner's got the ace of hearts, it doesn't really matter what you do. But if declarer's got the ace of hearts, you need to make sure they do not drop partner's remaining heart on it. It's likely that partner has got king, queen, or queen, jack tight of hearts, depending what declarer's spades are, and you've got to make sure you don't do that. So this is fairly common. what you need to do is discard in a way that it looks like you're protecting hearts. So I just threw all my spades. They went club, 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 and I went club, 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 spade, spade, spade. So I've held on to however many hearts I started with. So declarer might think that I'm protecting hearts. And if you start throwing hearts away now, you basically give up the game. If you throw like 2 or 3 hearts and keep Queen X of spades, declarer's going to go, oh, why is he throwing hearts away from the king here? He wouldn't do that, would he? And he might be able to drop your partner's king. So declarer then played a heart off at the end, thought about it for not a considerable amount of time, but for more than 10 seconds. I had a quick think and then took the finesse, and partner won the stiff king of hearts, and we kept it to 10. So obviously partner, once partner hasn't led a spade, declarer can test these hearts. And so if declarer drops partner's king of hearts at the end there, we concede 11. So conceding 10 is pretty good. I mean, they've pretty much got 10 tricks off the top, haven't they? They've got 6 clubs, 2 diamonds, and 2 aces. So they've got 10 off the top. So conceding 10 means that can't be bad. And some people will concede 11 effectively. Partner might get thrown in to lead away from the spades somehow. I don't know, or the hearts. And so imagine if partner leads a spade at trick 1. And then when he wins the ace of diamonds, might be tempted to just cash the king of spades and concede 11 that way or something like that. So I don't necessarily know, but partner's possibly going to get squeezed, you see. Maybe, sort of, I don't know how it's going to work. But anyway, we've conceded 10. It's just a little interesting. I say interesting. It's a little hand to demonstrate the fact that if you know the count of the whole hand early enough, you can discard in such a way to protect your partner, and that's what I did there. So I didn't really have much to do in the hand other than don't expose what partner shape is. So this is a hand that came up late on in the session. East opened a strong no trump, West bid stame, and East bid 2 spades, and West bid 4 spades. So partner leads a 7 of clubs, which is not unreasonable because you've got a singleton. Partner's probably going to have lots of clubs here, and you know partner's got probably at least 5 clubs because East shouldn't be 4 something 5. So partner's got 5 clubs. So this 7 of clubs is from length. It's either from a suit headed by the 10, so 10-7 to 5 or 10-7 to 6, or more likely a suit headed by an honour. And at trick 1 it goes small 9 jack. Now if partner had like 10-7 to 5 or something like that, where he would lead the 7 from that holding, declarer would have a free choice of what card to play. So declarer would have ace queen jack, and a lot of people just subconsciously will randomise a false card. They will be unlikely to win the first trick with the jack, just because it gives away a lot of information if they do have ace queen jack. So the jack's probably a forced card, so it looks like partner's got queen to 5, and therefore you know partner's clubs are queen 10 8 7 to 5 or something like that, or maybe 6. And we've given a club trick away at trick 1, which is not the best. And you can see dummy's a bit light, so if this makes, it won't be great. There'll be some people not in it, maybe, especially if East isn't a maximum. So at trick 2, they play a spade, your partner plays the queen. Well, that sort of gives up the ghost a bit. The king, small, and they play a spade, small, and they try the 8, which holds. So East's initial spade holding was ace 10 8x. But your partner's played the 3 of hearts, which is encouraging. So we know partner's got either the ace or the queen, and that was probably likely. If partner had 4 small hearts or 5 small hearts, they might have led a heart over a club, which is a bit more dangerous. So partner's probably got ace to 5 or queen to 5 or 4 hearts, and queen to 5 clubs, and some sort of diamond holding didn't want to lead. So now if East can get to dummy again, they can pick your spades up. You don't really want that to happen, but you know you can stop them getting to dummy with every suit. So that's kind of good. So at trick, whatever we're on now, it went 4 of diamonds, 9, king, ace, and we know that I could play a passive diamond back. I can still stop them getting to dummy with every suit, but we know partner is encouraged hearts. So just to make it clear for partner, we switch to the jack of hearts, maybe catch declarer's queen if they've got it. Declarer wins the ace, and partner plays the 4. So partner's given count now. So partner's hand is likely to be 5 hearts here. So something like 1 5 2 5 seems reasonable according to the bidding and the play so far. Which means partner's remaining diamond is, if it's not the queen, it means declarer's got the rest of the diamonds. So to beat this, we need to get 3 more tricks. And how are we going to do that? Well, we need a bit of help from declarer here. They played a club to dummy to try and pick the spades up. I was able to ruff this. And now to beat it, we need 2 more tricks, and it's very easy to see where they're going to come from now. Partner's encouraged hearts, Partner's only got 5 hearts, so we know we can get partner in with a heart to get another club ruff. So that's exactly what we do. It's good to signal. When you don't think the contract matters, sometimes it's good to signal. So here, partner's queen of hearts was never actually going to make a trick because the dummy only had 2 hearts. So the first 2 hearts are going to be won with the ace and the king. But the fact that partner could signal the queen of hearts meant I was able to get him on lead. And obviously he knew what to do now. He gave me a club ruff. And we beat it. However, what do we do now? Well, we know another heart's going to be a ruff and discard. So what we need to do is put Declarer to a guess in diamonds. If we give a ruff and discard, Declarer probably throws their last diamond away or last small diamond away and ruffs it in dummy. So we play a diamond. Now Declarer's got to guess whether I've got the jack of diamonds or partner has. So the full hand was here. Oops, there's the full hand. And you can see that Declarer now has to try and avoid a diamond lose. I mean, they've already gone 1 off. And we got a good board because they went with the odds and took the diamond finesse. They went with the odds. It's more likely that I've got jack to any number of diamonds rather than partner having jack 9 specifically. Obviously, I had a bit more information about how many hearts partner's got because I had 4 myself. I knew partner had 5. Declarer, although we were playing count, didn't know the heart distribution. So I could have had 6 hearts, partner could have had 3, and therefore the jack of diamonds wasn't falling, for example. So that was a good board near the end. Again, red partner singles well, counted the hand well, and was able to underlead my king of hearts to get a second ruff. And we beat it by 2. Yeah. First session over. How have we done, Steve?
We've done okay. We came 3rd.
Do you mind being on camera?
Yeah, I mind.
Oh, he minds, yeah. We came 3rd in our section, 55%. The aim is to qualify. So anything you get now, there will be a carryover. But the carryover onto the final day is obviously negligible from today. So today's about qualifying, and you want to qualify well, so tomorrow's a bit easier. And 55% is fine. If we if we get 55% every set, we're absolutely fine. It basically means we can get 45% in the next set and still squeak through. I think we did well. I think we didn't have any misunderstandings. We had a couple of times where I didn't know what his bid meant, but it didn't cost. Or he didn't know what my bid meant, and it didn't cost. So we'll take that, won't we? That was good. Did we have fun?
It was a hell of a lot of fun.
Hell of a lot of fun, he says. I did a squeeze. You might see that. If I need some running time, I'll squeak that in. Near the end, I had this hand. I'd 2 low, 4 low, ace 10, 9, 8 to 6, stiff king, and the open 3 spades on your left. Partner does a takeout double, and you bid 4 spades on your right. The vulnerability is you're unfavourable. I'll be with you in a sec. The vulnerability is you're unfavourable. Okay, that's Wendy and Lorraine. You're unfavourable, and it goes 3 spades double, 4 spades to you. And you haven't had a chance to show weak 2 in diamonds. If you had, obviously you can get your hand off your chest then and don't need to bid again. And what do you do here? Well, anything could make, and 4 spades could be making, 4 spades could be going off, 5 diamonds could make, 5 hearts could make. What do you want to do? Well, because you're guessing, I mean, I could be 5 hearts and hope partner's got 4 hearts. He won't have, and whenever he hasn't got 4 hearts, we're in trouble. I could be 5 diamonds, and that's unlikely to be double because we've got so many diamonds. So I don't know. The technically best bid is 4N, probably 2 places to play, and you could pass 4 spades and hope it goes off. But I mean, 4 spades can make from your hand. You haven't got much defence. If the defence has the ace of clubs, what are you taking? You're making the ace of diamonds and whatever partner's got for their double. But partner will have many spades, and there's a chance that one of them is going to be short in diamonds. So I don't know. It's a bit of a guess. I ended up bidding 5 diamonds and went 3 off, and I don't know how good that will be. I can go 2 off the way they defended, but the fact is I'm not close to making. I mean, partner's got a light double. Partner, I don't know, maybe passing is right. Partner might have 2 spades. They could have opened on a 6-card suit and raised on 3, or they could have opened on 7 and raised on 2. It might just be wrong to bid here because whenever 5 diamonds is making, partner's probably got a double of 4 spades. So maybe I should pass and see if he doubles again. Maybe that's the correct thing, and then bid again. And if he doesn't have a second double, maybe 4 spades is just going to drift off. And in match points, it's about getting a positive score sometimes. So maybe I was a bit gung-ho. I just bid 5 diamonds. But sometimes you bid 5 diamonds confidently, and it'll go pass 5 spades. So feels like everyone's guessing and I guessed wrong. And at least I wasn't doubled. I think if I'm doubled, I only got 2 off. But I ended up going 3 off. So I mean, shrug. What do you do? I was playing to make it, so I needed quite a specific lie of the cards to make, and it did not occur. So we're back for set 2, and in terms of technically good hands where I'm going to do hand diagram, I'm not going to do any. I haven't really got any. That's Mr. ATC. Yay. And some other guy. That is D-Lev. And we've just got a bit lucky on some of these boards. Steve overcalled a massive 2 clubs. I passed with a 3-card support and a 5 count or something, and they tried to double him. Went double pass. I'm like, well, I've got roughing value and 3-card support, and sadly he only made 8, so that was plus 180. Then we doubled a 10 to 12 no chump, a pair playing a bit of a daft system, and got 200 when we haven't got a game on. That's pretty good. And then 2 different pairs bid 6 times against us. One of them misplayed it because he thought he was in 6N, and we got a rough in, so that was a bit lucky for us because I think 6 diamonds makes, and then another pair bid 6 diamonds on a finesse. Well, we'd have got 2 clubs off the top, but if the finesse works, they can get rid of them. The finesse didn't work, so we then cashed 2 clubs. So just a bit lucky, really. I mean, it's what you need. And when you get that in an event, you feel a bit more relaxed. You feel like now, yeah, things are going our way. We don't need to do anything silly. I don't need to push the boat out. I don't need to preempt on weird stuff, which I haven't been doing today with Steve anyway. I did 1 3 clubs with a good 6-card suit, and that's about it really. So we're doing all right. No interesting technical hands or bidding really. Steve's played a lot of hands I haven't. Maybe that's why we're doing well. If you make me play dummy. We just got a bit lucky, and I've been that lucky this week. I think Beans and I got lucky in 1 set of the 4 we played, where people bid some slams against us that just don't make. But generally, I don't think we've been that lucky. I think all our good boards in the previous day's play have been putting pressure on and making tight doubles and things like that. But today, yeah, we just sat back and beat contracts that they shouldn't be in. So not going to happen tomorrow, because if we do make tomorrow, touch wood and all that sort of stuff, the standard will be a bit higher. So yeah, if you need some runtime, Steve, just stick that squeeze in you played earlier, and you can add that in right about now. So this was the hand from the first set of the day. I opened a diamond first in love all. It's fine. We opened a lot of 11 counts again. I think it's worth discussing with your partner, and I do this whenever I'm sitting with a new partner playing 2/1. What percentage of 11s do you open? Does vulnerability matter? That sort of thing. And I don't really mind. I just match my partner's tendencies, so they're used to, and it's nice to know what they're doing it onto. So Steve said that he likes opening, he likes bidding, so I did that. And we get to 3 no trumps. He shows a heart, I bid a no trump, and Steve doesn't look for slam. He's got 4 aces, but he's obviously fan limited to 11 to a poor 14, because if we open a lot of 11s, you have to upgrade a lot of 14s. There's no realistic reason to search, especially with such a flat hand and no pips. So we're in 3 no trumps, and obviously this is going to make, but we're playing match point, so it's all about how many over tricks can you make. And they lead the 6 of spades. You play low, because this is going to give you 2 to 3 spade tricks, depending what happens. They play the king, you play low, and you were about to ask them what they lead from, and then they return to spades, it doesn't matter. So obviously if North is leading 2nd and 4th or something, then maybe you take like a reverse finesse against the jack of spades here. But they played a spade back, so I play the 10, we catch the jack, and we win the ace. So we're already on 3 spade tricks. We've got a guaranteed 2 heart tricks, that's 5. We've got 2 diamond tricks, that's 7. We've got 2 club tricks, that's 9. So there's our 9 tricks, but we're going to make more than that. Obviously, we can potentially take a dime finesse, some heart finesses, maybe the hearts come in, maybe clubs are 3-3. There's lots of opportunities in the other 3 suits for extra tricks. So at trick 3, we kind of want to be in our hand to take a heart finesse. I think we could take a dime finesse, we could place another diamond now. But I think hearts offers a bit more scope. The 8 of hearts is bigger than the 7 of diamonds. So I wanted to take a heart finesse first. So I crossed back to, and obviously you also want to know a count of the spades. How many spades have they got? A spades 3-3, i.e. why is North not led another suit? For example, if spades are 3-3, North is likely to have either 4 diamonds or 4 hearts, because why haven't they led their longest suit? So we play a spade back to our hand, and South discards. But you get table reads, so a lot of the time I give you hands, I'm not always passing on the table reads I have. South thought a bit before playing the 3 of diamonds, so what have they got? Well, they've got 4 clubs, 4 hearts, and a diamond on it, probably. If they had 3 low diamonds, they'd just discard a diamond. It wouldn't be a thought. If they had 5 hearts or 5 clubs, they just discard a heart or club. If they've got king to 3 hearts, they can afford to throw 1 heart away and hope partner can guard the hearts or something like that necessarily. So they've almost certainly got 4 hearts and 4 clubs here, or something like that, something they're protecting. You don't quite know. Maybe they've got king 10x of hearts, and not 4 of them, but maybe they can't afford to throw a heart. But when they squirm and pitch a diamond, you're like, well, I've got them now. So I win the spade. And I don't quite know what I want to throw from dummy at this point. I don't really want to play another spade, although that would put South under more pressure. I don't necessarily know whether I want to discard this 4th round of clubs, because if I discard the 4th round of clubs, South can now throw a club away. And I've not put them under any more pressure. So I didn't want to play another spade now. I can always do it later. And what I want to do is take a heart finesse. So I played the Queen of Hearts. Went small, small, king. Now, if you're going to be under pressure, South, you should probably have ducked that. But I was pretty certain you had the king after your thought anyway. I mean, you could have 10, 9 to 4 hearts, but maybe North would cover in that case. So what do I do now? So South wins the king and South switches to the Queen of Clubs. So where am I going to take this? Well, how many tricks am I up to? I've still only got 9. So I have a feeling that South must have the Queen of Diamonds for their thought. They thought for 10, 15 seconds or so, and it seems a bit of a weird thing to think about if you've got an easy discard, and they didn't seem like an unethical player or anything. So I think about where to win this. Well, potentially there's some sort of squeeze here. If the Queen of Diamonds is falling or on side or something like that, I've potentially got up to 10, and now I'm at the magical squeeze zone for 11. So I've got a heart entry to dummy. I want entries back to my hand here, because what I'm going to have to do is potentially risk the diamond finesse. And if it loses, I need an entry back to my hand to catch them. So I have to win the club in dummy. So that when I play ace of diamonds, you don't want to catch the hearts now, because if you catch the hearts now, dummy hasn't got an entry for the squeeze to work. So you play the ace of diamonds, small, 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 and a diamond, and the queen appears. So they telegraph their hand. They must have, if they've thrown a diamond from queen third, they must have 4 hearts and they must have 4 clubs, because they're looking at dummy's 4 hearts and 4 clubs and thinking, I have to keep these. So because the Queen of Diamonds appears, you know you've got them. At this point, I could probably just claim on a squeeze, but you play it out just in case. The King of Diamonds wins. We cash our last spade. I mean, South is probably hoping North had that, but we cash our last spade. We can throw a club, because our club menace is actually the 9 of clubs in our hand. And we can play the Jack of Diamonds. And South hasn't thrown a heart away, which means they've thrown 2 clubs away. So unless clubs are initially 3-3 and North still has the clubs guarded, it feels like we've got them here. So if we can just look at the whole hand now, you can see that the clubs are coming in, but just to test, you play the hearts first, just in case Jack 10 and 9 fall potentially, and then you don't need to have squeezed them. Ace of hearts, small, small, small. 8 of clubs, Jack, King, small, and your 9 of clubs is a winner. If we go back to the full hand, how would you actually stop the squeeze? Well, you just have to lead a club at trick 1, I think. Realistically, if they don't lead a club at trick 1, you can always get the squeeze, I think, because you don't have time to knock out both ace and king of clubs, which is what you need to do. It might be right to duck the king of hearts as well, but maybe then South gets end played instead to lead away from the king at the end. But to make it legitimately, you need to run the 10 of spades, I think. So let's imagine they lead like a diamond, say. You need to make it legitimately, you need a trick 2, you need to run the 10 of spades, and if North doesn't play the Jack, you run the 10 to the king, and now you've got your 3 spade tricks. So I was already in a good position here, because they gave me a 3rd spade trick on the lead, which you're probably not going to make in normal situations. How would you normally play these spades? Yeah, run the queen, run the 10, maybe, or is it 1 to the ace and 1 to the queen, or 1 to the ace and 1 to the 10? I think the correct play is 1 to the ace, 1 to the queen, I think. I think that's technically correct, but I'd have to do more thinking, I think. But when they lead a spade, they give a trick up, and obviously getting the squeeze got us like 90% on the match points, so well done, the Steves.
Yeah, I haven't really had time to do some hands, so maybe I'll go to the bar and do some back and add them to the end of the video.
But we finished first in our section, 58%. Got some gifts, did some good things, or at least didn't make the errors that sometimes you make when you're in a new partnership. So we'll take that. Steve's pretty happy. We've got a carryover for tomorrow, which is the important thing, and the carryover just makes qualifying for the final day a bit easier. And our carryover is going to be decent, like we've come third and first in our sections. So we can't complain too much, I don't think. We're going to have a quiet meal tonight somewhere. We're not going to, can't keep eating out every night because the food's quite expensive. And we're going to see how the girls have done and see how everyone else has done as well. See if we can find Wendy. She has a book she owes me. And yeah, I'll try and find some interesting hands and add them to the end of the video if the video's not long enough. And if it is long enough, I will see you for the next one. So, yeah, we're pretty happy, I think. We had a nice game. And we played a lot of Brits that round as well. So, yeah. Right, peace out. I'll see you in the next one.